Hey guys, it's Kaz here, and today I am going to Italy. Woohoo! The weather says it's going to rain every day, but hopefully it'll be enjoyable. So I thought I'll just quickly show you the books that I'm taking. In the past 2 videos, I went to Oslo and I went to Gdansk. They will both be linked in the cards randomly and then in the description as well. I took 3 books each time there, but this trip is going to be from an airport that is a lot closer to me. So in the past, Stansted, I've had to like stay overnight and get the first train home, but this time I'm not going to. So I'm taking 2 books instead of 3. I think it will be fine. The first one is The First to Move by Jenny Ireland. It is a contemporary about these characters. It's going to have chess in it. I think it's just going to be like a really simple, fun, easy read, which is what I want on holiday. I don't want anything too heavy. I don't want any like non-fiction or really complex fantasy. I just want something chill to read, so that's one of them. And the other one is also contemporary, and that is I Like Me Better by Robbie Webber. And both of these I have to review this month, so that's why I'm taking them as well. So I'm going to continue getting ready. I'm ready, but like, am I ready? I'm ready, and I'll see you very soon. So I'm finally here. It's taken several many hours. I got to the airport and then I had to take a bus from the airport to Bergamo and then the tram from Bergamo up to here and then walk a little bit, but I am here. So I'll show you around a little bit. It's a really small, tiny apartment, but that's because I'm not going to be spending much time here, so it's just pretty much a place to sleep. So let me just turn you around. So here's the door, and then got some books and stuff. A little desk. Over here is like a really small kitchen. There's a fridge in there, but it has one of these induction hob things, and I've never used one and I'm scared, so I might have to just not cook here. I don't know, I'm a bit scared. Coming through here, we've got this little thing, and then washing machine, shower and toilet. Look how open this is. Are the Italians just really voyeuristic? Look! The big massive window where the shower is. I'll have to be crouching down, I think. And then through here is the bedroom slash living room. Got some stuff, the bed, TV up there. A nice little desk area where I can do my drawing and reading and stuff. I got to page 194 in this on my travels. And ooh, we don't want to see ourselves in the mirror. There's a mirror. And then a little balcony. So Italian. Oh, hello. I can shut it when I'm having a shower. Woohoo! So yeah, that's me, but not really, because I need to go out and get some food because I am hungry. There's an Audi like 20 minutes away though, so that's where I'm gonna go. I'm back from the shop. I'm so warm because it's flipping boiling. It's now 9:15 and it's still absolutely boiling outside. So it didn't rain today, not when I was here, which is always a bonus because it said it was gonna rain every day. But I feel like even if it is gonna rain, it's probably gonna be nice if it's this stuffy and this warm. So yeah, I'll show you my haul. Here's everything I got. As you can see, I did get some pasta. I'm gonna brave that weird heaty thing. So yeah, wish me luck. Made some food, had a shower because I was so disgusting and stuffy. And I think I was alright with that weird immersion thing. I did alright. I did watch a YouTube video on how to use it. But yeah, I randomly put the TV on, but I'm probably not gonna watch this random Italian TV show. I'll probably just grab my Kindle. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this so far. It's just this really fun, quick contemporary. I said earlier, I'm almost 200 pages in, which is more than halfway. And it's just really fun time. On my walk to Aldi, it was like, I thought it was gonna be a 20-minute walk. It was actually more like half an hour, but it's so nice around here. I'm quite high up and there's all the mountains, ranges around, and it looks really nice, and all the buildings are just so Italian. So I didn't mind the fact that I had to walk. There's also a nice river slash stream slash some sort of water going through, which is always a bonus as well. So yeah, I'm gonna actually eat this food now since I put so much effort into YouTube and how to make it, how to turn on this weird heater thing. I'll probably see you tomorrow. I'm gonna chill now, so yeah. So I'm back now. I was sat out here, but it started to rain a little tiny bit. It's still raining a tiny bit now, not too bad, but the floor's a bit wet, so when I came in I nearly slipped over. But I thought I should probably sort some stuff out, so... Oh, so orange. When I say sort some stuff out, I mean make a cup of tea, because it was way too late yesterday for me to make a drink, because it said on the listing there was a kettle, but this is the kettle because Italians drink coffee and that is not enough for me. And this is the size of their cups. That's not enough tea. That is not enough tea. But luckily, I brought this with me. So I'm gonna have to get a pan out, boil some water on there, then I let it cool for a little bit so I can put it in here because I do actually want to drink it within the next 10 hours. So I need to let it cool a bit first, otherwise it's gonna be staying too hot. But yes, make a cup of tea is my main focus right now. And then I'll come back to you with some words about today. So I just had a shower and looking in this mirror, I think I might be sunburnt. It's all red and then I've got little white lines around here where my hair would have been. Bugger. I'm normally really good with sun cream, but I didn't bring any this time because I just very underestimated. I saw raining every day and forgot I'm in Italy, so whoops. Hopefully it'll calm down a little bit soon. It is definitely raining the next few days though, it does say. So hopefully it's not too warm. I know a lot of people like the warm, but I don't want sunburn. I think I already have it though. Or it might just be really warm because I've just had a shower. Let's hope it's that one, but I don't think it is. So I went to bed quite late last night, like 12:30, even though I was knackered. But I did walk to the shop and back, and then I ate my food really late, so I just couldn't sleep. But yeah, because I went to bed pretty late, in the morning I set my alarm for 8, and then when it went off I was like, no thank you. I just turned it off and let myself sleep until I wanted to, and then I finally woke up about 9:30, 9:45, and went on off to Lecco. I don't know how I'm going to be interspersing little clips here and there. You might have already seen stuff, you might be seeing stuff as I talk. I don't know yet. But yes, I went there. It was on Lake Como, which is a lake that's quite famous, I believe. I feel like I've heard of it before. And when I got there, it was just absolutely gorgeous. It was just surrounded by mountains. The lake's massive. I mean, I saw about this much of it, but it's like, it goes on for ages. So yeah, I had a little walk along the water, taking loads of pictures, having loads of fun. Videos and pictures just do not do this place justice. It's so amazing. So I've got to do there. Nice little sit down before I go on my hike. Can't complain. And then I headed over to one of the mountainy bits and had a hike. You might have seen it already, you might be seeing it now. The precarious start to my hike up a road. But yeah, I had to walk up. It was so much effort walking up because I wasn't sure where I was going. Even though it is like kind of marked out with a colour little line, it's not always there, so you're like, am I going the right way, am I not? I'll include a little clip of me not knowing what's going on right here. Okay, I genuinely don't know how people go on hikes without Google Maps, because like, I know where I'm meant to go, but there's a trail up here, there's also one there, and there's also one below, and there's not 3 on here, and I don't know what the crap I'm doing. I don't know if I'm going the right way, I don't know if I'm just going to a random thing. So yeah. For example, I have 2 things on my list to go to, and one of them says it's a minute away, but like where? It's meant to be a viewpoint, and I'm in the middle of woods. Where is a minute away? I don't know what I'm doing. There's a man and a dog, so I'm gonna follow them. I found some actual stairs. That looks very promising. Endless stairs. I'm getting there, hopefully. Look, I found a bench. I don't mind if I do. But yeah, in the end, I got up there and there were 2 different ways to go, so I went both ways. Again, there are clips. So we have 2 destinations. Plana and Bata. Definitely pronounce them wrong. Bata is a lot more paved. The stairs going all the way up. So let's go this way first. One way was really cool. There was loads of rocks there and I took some photos there because it felt like a proper summit. And the other way there was, I'm guessing it's a cafe, a restaurant or something. It was closed anyway. It looked very eerie and empty. And then next to there was a viewing point. So I went to both of them and it was really cool, really enjoyed it. We have some steps. Okay, we're on the actual viewpoint bit now, and here we go. Here is everywhere. Honestly, in my head I was like, oh, I'll do the hike and then I'll do some painting, but it's kind of a bit too overwhelming to paint. Like, what do you paint? The 4,000 million billion houses? All the massive flipping mountains? It's just too much. In a good way though. Definitely in a good way. And the way down, so much easier. It took like no time at all to get down. I guess because 2 things. Number 1, you know the way, it's just down. Number 2, gravity. Gravity is your friend when you're going down, but not your friend when you're going up. So I just got down super quick and headed back over and then came back here. And now I'm here. I've got food here. I should probably eat it really. I should have just cooked it. And yeah, I'm gonna chill. It does, so I've been mentioning this the whole time I've been here about rain, is it gonna rain, is it gonna rain? It does actually give it rain tomorrow and the next day, like the rest of this week. Like these 2 days, as I looked at the days, they were like, it's not gonna rain, but like it says 100% the next 3 days, so we shall see how much that is. I was sat out there earlier and it started raining and it was so nice. I was just super chill, sat outside on my little balcony, and then when I came in I nearly fell over because it was very slippery. And yes, so I'm not sure, I'm in 2 different minds, because pretty much the only things I have planned this whole trip is, look at these 3 cool lakes, let's go to them all. I've been to 1 and now there's 2 more, but I'm thinking like maybe I shouldn't go to all 3. Maybe I'll be all laked out. Maybe Lake Como is just so gorgeous that the other 2 will be not as good. I don't know. I'm going to Google them both a bit more and have a look to see what other stuff's going around. And maybe tomorrow, I feel like I should actually look at Bergamo since I'm here. But I've pretty much just like got the tram to where I'm staying, and then got the tram back down, and the tram's right next to the train station, and then just got on the train. The bus is right there, so that's how I came in. So I've seen none of it, and it looks really nice. And there's the City Alta, I think it's called, which is like the bit up on the hill. It looks really cool. So yeah, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I'm still gonna have a look into it. We shall see. But I feel like I should probably look at Bergamo a little bit as soon as I'm here. But anyway, I'll leave you to it. I need to eat this food, and I'll see you in like 1 second for you. Hey guys, it's the next day and I'm still in 2 minds about what to do. But also it's about 11 o'clock. I've just been chilling inside. I slept in a little bit and it's very rainy. It's not aggressively rainy, but it is just gonna rain all day. You probably can't tell. I don't think you can actually see it on here. But yeah, it's quite rainy. The sky is just white. But I'm definitely going to go out today because I'm not wasting a day. But yeah, maybe I'll stay local. Maybe I'll have a look around Bergamo. So yeah, maybe I'll have a little look around. I also haven't really tried any local food. I definitely need to have some gelato, which is quite funny because it's raining and it's like ice cream. But yeah, I feel like maybe like the small things are the things I need to do today. I've got an umbrella, it's fine. So yeah. This is what I have to do to make a cup of tea. So I put all the stuff in here and then I shake it up. That's the only way I can think because I don't have a spoon long enough to mix it. Looks like tea to me. I'll have a little sip and if it's right, get a fork to get the tea bag out. To be honest, now I've tasted it, I think I might need to drink this one now. I'm bought another one for my travels. I need my tea, especially now it's raining. I'll film some more interesting things though because I am just talking about tea. So, last night I did this. I painted this one. It was from one of my photos close by. But I'm going to put this here in my journal. Boom. I'm going to have some pictures, spaces left out. I paint the background. And I've drawn a little picture in each of these so I remember which photo I want to put in here. So yeah, today was a really nice day. The rain finally came today and on the weather app it was like 8, 9, 10 o'clock. It was going to be like 8.2 and that was a lot of rain. And then a bit later in the day it was down to like 0.8, so I thought I'll wait for a little while and then go out in the rain. Not super rain, just a little bit of rain. And yes, I decided to go local. First, I just had a little walk around where I am at the moment. I just walked, didn't even look at Google Maps. I thought I'll just wander and then when I figure I want to go somewhere, then I'll check where I am and then figure that out that way. So I walked around my local place, which is Alzano Lombardo. Terrible accent, I'm sorry. But yes, I've had a look around there and then I thought, right, cool, I'll go to City Alto, which is the bit of the city that's high, surrounded by a wall. You'll see clips and stuff within here. But yes, and it was like an hour and a half walk, which meant it took me about 2.5 hours because I kept stopping and taking pictures and looking at stuff. On the way, quite close to the start, I saw a big building and I thought it looked cool, so I went in and then it was a cemetery and I had a little look around there. Obviously a bit morbid. I didn't film specific graves, but it was mad because all the headstones were so fancy and so big. There were like full sculptures that looked like probably the people that were there. Like there was this old guy with a cap and some tools on one of them, and there was another one where it was a woman like leaning down. They're so intricate and just like they put a lot of effort into them, which I guess makes sense because Italy is a very religious country, so a lot of that is with death. And yeah, another bit I didn't film because it just felt weird. You could go underground a little bit and in there were loads of like family plots, I guess. There were the big massive buildings outside like for families, but inside there were the family plots. And it was so interesting. Some of them like had like 25 names in this place starting from like 1800s up until recent like 96 or whatever. So it's mad that like everybody from the family goes into this one place. It's kind of cool though that they all stay together, I guess, in that sense. But yeah, after that I carried on walking. Look, a lovely river. Looks a bit mushy at the moment because of the weather, but the way I'm going there are no paths. You just have to walk down the side of the road, which is fine, it's normal here, but it still feels a bit random. And I nipped into a shop basically just to look for lemon pepper because I don't even know if they sell it in this country, but I used it in Oslo and really liked it and we can't get it in England, so I thought I'll have a little look. Didn't find it though. What I did do is talk myself out of buying an Italian cactus because there were some cactuses there and I was like, no, don't don't buy one. And then also the peppers were massive. They're like 2 or 3 times as big as ours, and I love peppers, so I was kind of impressed with that. But yeah, a lot of the walk was just kind of down the main road, and I did show in a clip a lot of places around here, they just aren't street, like sidewalk bits, paths. I don't know why I said sidewalk, that's so American. There aren't paths in a lot of places, there's just like a white line on the road, and this bit is where you can walk and that bit's for the road. But yeah, finally got to City Alto and had a look around. Like I said, it was built within a big wall, and then it's up high, and there's just loads of like fancy buildings up there, like big churches and stuff. Everything just looks fancy, and everything just looks so Italian because there's really tall buildings, thin narrow streets. And yeah, it was really nice. I had to just wander around. I didn't really go anywhere. Oh, that's a lie. I did go somewhere. How did I forget? I went to the museum. I randomly walked past this museum. I can't remember what it was called. It's like Gameo or Game. I'll insert the clip here. It says the title of the place in the video. I found a random gallery. It is modern art, but I did look at the Google review stuff. Looks alright, and it's only €8. All the other galleries I've seen is like 20, so let's go. But yes, I went here, and well, it was more of a gallery than a museum, but it was modern art, and normally I'm not a fan of modern art, but it was €8, and it meant I could put my bag down for a bit because it was quite heavy, put it in a locker, I could use the toilet, and I could wander around not in the rain. The rain's not been too bad today, it's just been a little bit drizzly. I've not even used my umbrella barely, but I thought it'd be quite nice to actually go in. And it was just fun because it was just so spur of the moment. I'd never heard of this place, but that's part of the fun of going on holiday and going to different places you've never been before. Just walking past something and thinking, that looks kind of interesting, and then just going in. So yes, it was good and bad. I don't like modern art, some of the modern art, and there were some of that stuff in there. For example, when there's just a canvas of white, I don't understand. The first room I walked into was like maybe 6 or 7 pieces, and all of them were just like a white square with maybe like one ridge in it or one line, and I was like, oh my god, please don't all be like this, because I do not like this sort of art. But then luckily as we went on, there was some other really cool stuff. There was a bunch of like electronical stuff. Some of it again I didn't get. For example, in one of the rooms there were just 7 computer towers just laid on the floor, and that was art. Apparently they'd been programmed and then sealed. That's art. But then on the flip side, there was like this random big board of loads of Ethernet cables in that. I don't understand what it was meant to be, but it was kind of interesting to look at, I guess. And then there was another thing. I did film a video, but I don't think it's going to work properly with the frame rate, but I'll put it in anyway. Well, it's just like these random number countdown things, but with also pictures on it. I didn't understand it, but I watched it for a while, so I guess it did its job. And then there were other bits and bobs. There was some proper art in there. There was a Picasso piece, and there was a Magritte's piece. We're gonna have a proper actual art piece, and in the same room have this. You can't even see it. What is it? And there was a massive bat. It just looked really cool because bats are cool. So yeah, there were bits and bobs I did enjoy. There was this big massive piece of just like stuff. I'll insert the clip past me can explain it to you. Well, there's just loads of weird stuff. What's it called again? An assemblage of concepts and allegories. It's just so random. It's trade, how chains work, the nervous system. It's like, oh, so random but so cool. So yeah, there are some interesting things in here, luckily. But yeah, that was cool. And then right at the end, there were also 2 VR experiences, pieces of art in there as well, which is really cool. One of them was like 10 minutes long, and you were sat down. It was only just 1 piece of art, 1 VR set. So I was just sat in this room, and I could hear people coming in the background. I was like, I'm not finishing until I finish. But it was really cool because you was just sat on this like metal bit of, looked like ground. And then in the VR set, you could see all these big massive mountains, and it looked like a planet that didn't have anything on. It was just rock and mountain and stuff. But then there was a fire next to you, and then you start to ascend, and then you were just floating around and going over all these rocks and stuff, and then the woman was just talking in your ears, and it was just really weird but cool and interesting. And then the second one, talk about weird, that one you were stood up and you had the little things that you can move your hands around, and that was just a weird thing. It's like in this room with a big light in it, and then you could touch this ball, and then there was a mirror and it was flapping around, and then you went in the mirror, and then you was in a jungle, and then it gave me a jump scare twice because I was looking around the jungle, and then I turned to the front and there was a lion right here. I was like, whoa. I really was not expecting it. And then it was like I was looking at it and it was just staring me in the eye, and it kept creeping a bit closer, and I was like, Bray, this is gonna jump at me. And then it moved, and then I jumped again, but it just did a big roar. It wasn't trying to attack me. But yeah, and that one ended really weirdly. Like, you went back into the thing with the light, and then there was the mirror, but then now you had a lion's face, and then you saw the lion walk past you in the background, like through a doorway, and it had your face. So yeah, very random, but enjoyable. And yeah, that was pretty much me. That's pretty much today. Had a wander. I went on the funicular, whatever it's called, the little like tram thing on the side to come back down into Bergamo. Like, I walked to City Alta, but then I came down there just because it's a thing that you're meant to experience. So there you go. It was only like probably not even 2-minute ride. I think there are 2 more. One of them's a lot longer. It like goes further and you see more landscape and stuff, but this one was just like bang straight down here, and then I came home. So yeah, hopefully I've not missed anything out there. I've been talking for 10 minutes, so I'm gonna love you and leave you. I've just been doing my journal page for yesterday. I've been doing them one day out, so I showed you my page yesterday, but there you go, that's this one. Nearly finished with that. And then tomorrow I'm going to Lake Garda. See you there. It's the next day, and today we're going to another lake. So today we're going to Lake Garda, more specifically going to Desenzano and Semione, which are like right next to each other, and I think there's a castle that's right on the water. There might even be water in a bit of the edges. It looks cool anyway. And yes, first of all, on the way to the tram, I'm going to a shop and I'm going to buy some sunscreen because it's a little bit more sunny today. It does give rain, so I'll show you the weather app. So I don't know if you can see that. It does give rain every day, but if we go into the precipitation bit, it's like 0.25. So there's like, it's raining all day, but it's raining a tiny, tiny, tiny bit all day. So it's gonna feel like 15 degrees in Italy. I'm gonna buy some sunscreen. My face has gone down. It's not as red as it was, but I don't want it to happen again. So yes, we're gonna do that first and then head on over. I have to take 2 trains. There's a stop in the middle and it takes about an hour and 40 minutes, an hour and a half-ish. So yes, I'm gonna take my book with me and read on the trains. So I had a look for sun cream and it was like 15, 20, 30 euros. I'm not spending that much on like 1.5 days that I'm gonna get out of it and then I have to throw it away because it's too big for my case. So yeah, we're just gonna have to brave it. It's raining, but I kind of don't mind because look how nice it is. This is the lake, remember guys, not the sea. It's just a really massive ass lake. Look at all those chickens. So I've been back for a couple of hours, had some food, watched some YouTube, and now I'm ready to tell you about today. So today was a really great time. I went to Lake Garda, or more specifically Sirmione, and there was a lake, there was some mountains again. I know that's on brand for me for this trip, but I really enjoyed it. It was really nice. I also went to a castle. It was called, one second,
Castello Scaligero.
Castello Scaligero, or Scaliger Castle, and you'll see clips and stuff, but it's so cool because it's right on the water edge, and some of the court castle bits surround the water inside. It just looks really cool because it's like a castle in the water. And the water, oh my god, the colour of the water is so turquoise, absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I had a really good time. Oh, also, it took like an hour and a half-ish to get there. Had to get a swap over train both there and back. So I did manage to finish my book. I Like Me Better. I did want to finish this, so it was worth bringing 2 books along with me. I'll read some of the other one tomorrow when I'm waiting about for my flight home. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book. It's just this cute contemporary. It's a lot about sport. The main character plays football or soccer, and it's also about environmentalist stuff because he meets this guy and also is working at the marine place and the stuff about marine life and plastic waste and all that jazz. And then it's just like a really nice contemporary. It's about family and friends and relationships and being yourself, not trying to be somebody else because you're trying to impress other people. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, so good times. I also did manage to grab a postcard, so if you're new here, I like to just get a postcard from everywhere I visit just because it's a nice little fun memento. And yeah, I actually found one. It's not really something that I've noticed so far on my trip. I've not really seen many touristy things, but this time I have. Talking about not seeing things, gelato, you know, it's meant to be this big thing in Italy. I swear down the past few days I've not seen any, but today Sirmione is gelato city, I tell you. Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. At one point I was at a cross section of like 3 different streets you could go down, and every little bit, 1, 2, 3, there was gelato, gelato, gelato. It's everywhere. I had some. It was absolutely lovely. I asked for the small cone and it cost €4, which I think was very reasonable for what you got. And honestly, I saw some people with the big cone with 2 like different ice creams on it. I don't know how they ate that because I only just managed to finish the small cone with the 1 scoop. My battery died, but yes, I was talking about gelato. So I went into one of the shops and I was just looking about, and the woman behind the counter looked at me and I was like, oh, still looking. And then she was like whipping out the spoons like, here, try this one, try this one. And it's just really nice that they were so eager to give you free samples to pick the one that you want. I just thought that was really nice. Another thing I've noticed, I don't know if that's even makes sense, is how, well, I didn't notice this because I knew already, but it just like shows me even more how terrible public transport is cost-wise in England. It's absolutely insane. So for example, I did the maths. It was in kilometers here, so I did the maths. And the train journey I took today is 4 times as long kilometer wise as like my average me to Nottingham, and it cost the same, pretty much the same, for 4 times as much journey. The other day I went on a 40-minute journey, which again is longer than my average one, and it cost like 1/3 the price. So yeah, it just kind of goes to show how terrible trains are in England. I do know they're on about changing some stuff. They're on about making it so the prices of a single journey are half the price of a return rather than like 10p more, which depending on which way it goes could be good or bad. If they keep the return journey as it is and then just half it, that's fine. But I know what the money hungry greedy little bastards are going to do. They're probably going to keep the single journey, and instead of it being 10p more for a return, they're probably going to make it twice as much for a return because public transport is fucked in England. But anyway, that is a tangent that I don't need to go on because we're in Italy, we're having fun, it's a nice time. Also, it was a little bit rainy throughout, you would have seen on my videos and stuff, and then as soon as I got on the bus, to get to the train station to come back here. The sun came out, there was a rainbow. I attempted to get photos of it, none of them were very good, but I had to like try while I was sat on the bus. The sky was lovely and blue with lovely fluffy clouds. I was like, why did you not do this an hour or two ago? How rude. All my photos I've just got white sky. But yeah, it was nice though. I'm glad it wasn't too warm, because you would have noticed earlier on I was going to get some sun cream. Now I'm glad that I didn't, because it was pretty expensive and I didn't need it because it was raining all day. So glad I didn't spend like 15 euros on a massive thing of sun cream that I couldn't bring back because I can only bring 100ml stuff. So yeah, now I'm just chilling out for a bit. Tomorrow my flight's quite late, it's like 5 minutes to 9, but obviously I've got to get there a few hours early and I have to leave here at 12, so I think I'm just going to mill about in Bergamo. I've not really looked at the main city. Obviously I went to City Alta yesterday, which was like the up top fancy old bit, but I've not really like been in the shopping bit, so I might have a look. I saw there was an art shop nearby, so I might have a look in there, might buy myself some art supplies like I need any more. But yes, just a nice chill day tomorrow, and then probably read lots of that book with all the travelling and waiting and doing stuff. So yeah, it's my last day and I have to leave my Airbnb in 2.5 hours, so I'm gonna just spend the next 2.5 hours slowly tidying all my stuff away, putting it all in the case, grabbing the last minute food, and yeah, then we're gonna head into Bergamo and have a little wander. I did think about putting my case in the train station, there's a case thing, but it's €6 and I'm like, is it worth it? It probably would be, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. So yeah, you're not gonna see me tidying up because that is boring. So as you can see, I am now back home. So my last day pretty much was just a wander around Bergamo. I went just the long way down, I didn't catch the tram. I thought, you know what, catch the vibes, look around. Also nothing's open in the middle of the day, so there's no point in catching the tram down to the main town and then not have anything to do. But yeah, I did go, I think I mentioned an art shop that I saw. I did go to the art shop. I didn't buy loads, I just got some pastel paper because it was on offer. It was just at the till, so I thought, why not? And some jumbo pastels, just 4 in here. They're like bigger oil pastels, not dusty pastels. That was just what I got. I thought, why not? When in Rome, not literally, but that's the saying. When in Rome, why not buy stuff? Got to the airport and, well, first of all, I went through the security bit. I was walking around, I was looking in one of the shops. So I was looking at a, what are they called, Moleskine. There was just a big bit about them and it had notebooks on there and pens, and I was just admiring how expensive they were. And then I was just thinking, wow, that's some really expensive art supplies. And then I looked down and then I realised I didn't have the bag that had the paper and the oil pastels in. And then I was like, oh my god, I left them at security, I forgot. And I was rushing about trying to figure out how to get back down there. And if you've been in airports, you know, they kind of wind around all the weird shops and stuff. So I was running and I didn't know where I was going. And then I found an information point, luckily. And I told the woman, I was like, I've left a bag at security. And she was like, well, you need to go back there. And I was like, I know, I'm trying to, I don't know how to get back there. Then she pointed me in the right direction. And I ran down the stairs and I got around there and it was fine. It was just still in the tub. You know, the tubs you have to put your stuff in. It was in a bag at the bottom of that tub and it was just still laid there. So it was fine. I feel like if it was a bigger airport, they probably would have confiscated it, chucked it, something would have happened. But Bergamo Airport is really small. It's so small that, you know, the belts that you put your stuff on to go in the machine, it's not a belt, it's just like loads of little rungs and you have to push it along yourself. So that's how small it is. But yeah, that happened. So then I was just like boiling hot, really red, had just run loads, too warm. And then I think I jinxed it because I looked at the board and almost every flight was delayed except mine. Don't want to jinx it, but my flight is the only one that's not delayed pretty much. Fingers crossed, it's in a couple of hours, it doesn't get delayed. And I was a little bit smug. I even sent a message in the family chat like, oh look, my one's the only one that's not delayed. Yeah, guess what happened? Guess what happened? We were there. We scanned our passports in and everything. We went down the stairs. You know, you go downstairs and then you're waiting for the doors to open to get onto the airfield to get in the plane. And we saw people getting off the plane. and we saw people walking around the plane with high vis on. It was raining a lot. They had high vis, full outfit on, lights because it was a bit later on, torches, looking around the plane. It's like, yeah, they're just checking it, that's normal. I was waiting there, and 10 minutes passed, and 20 minutes passed, and then somebody from outside came in and they were like, yeah, you should probably wait upstairs because we have a technical difficulty and we don't know what's going on. So we went upstairs. They said, oh, 10 minutes, we'll know what's happening in 10 minutes. So we went and sat upstairs. 2 hours later, we finally got some information. Technical difficulties. In the end, we had to get on a different plane. They just had a totally different plane, so I don't know what was going on with that one. And by the time they took all the luggage off that plane, put it onto this new one, got us all seated, it was 3 hours. So my my non-delayed flight was actually 3 hours delayed, so that was fun. But I got home eventually. Here I am. Lovely times. And yeah, I just had a really great time. My feet were very achy. I did a lot of walking over those 5 days, but I had a great time. And do it all again next month. Not literally, but I am also going on holiday next month. It seems excessive, but on this one, I booked it off, and then my mum was sad because she was like, why didn't you book it off at the same time I have a holiday? And it just so turns out that her holiday that she booked is next month. So I'm going to Spain next month, so look forward to another vlog. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't have a coin, but the next thing I'm going to do is go on here and scratch off Italy because I've now been to Italy, yay! And then Spain next month. Madness. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I hope you saw loads of fun stuff and had a great time with me. Leave a comment if you want, subscribe if you want. And yeah, I'll see you soon with another video. Bye.